Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your fit doc, aka Kristen Simone, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about why you shouldn't become a pharm tech. Stay tuned. Okay, now this video is not meant to be shady. It's not meant to talk trash. It's just meant to simply speak on my experiences, and they're my experiences. So again, it's not meant to be shady. I'm simply just telling you guys what you should look out for, advice, things like that. This pony is staying with me. It's been a week, okay? So it's looking pretty good. It's holding up for me, I would say. If you guys have not checked out my video about how I did this braided sleep ponytail, please go check it out. I'll tag it up somewhere up here. Okay, let's get straight to the point. So working as a pharmacy technician, I think that you'll learn so much, and especially with me planning to go to medical school, I have learned so much about different medication, what it's used for, contraindications. God, I've just learned so many things, and I can appreciate that because I know it's going to help me so much when I do become a doctor, and it's also going to help me in pharmacology. I took a pharmacology class in undergrad, and I learned a lot through that as well. So I just feel like I'm going to be way more prepared when it comes to knowing knowing brand names versus generic, and knowing like what these things do, how they work, how they act on the body, and things like that. So I think being a pharmacy tech is a great opportunity for you to learn. However, if you are not a people person and you do not display good customer service skills, not for you. When you're working in retail, let me move this because I do not like this sun ray. Whatever, it works. When you're working in retail, you have to deal with customers. You have to deal with patients that are wanting to get their medication. So a lot of times you're dealing with irritable, rude people that are yelling at you, that are acting like you're supposed to have their medication. They make it seem like it's your fault if their medication is not in stock, or if the doctor didn't refill it, or if they ran out of refills and they have to go to the doctor again to get it re-prescribed to them. Like, they act like it's your fault. So you have to be able to be professional, and you have to be able to calm the patient down and understand, let them know, like, hey, I understand this can be frustrating. I'm so sorry. Let me do everything that I can to help you. And like, it's your job to actually give them comfort and just provide professional and great customer service. So if you're not a people person and you'd rather work, with things, with machines, then this is not necessarily for you. But in the hospital, you do work with things called omni-cells, and these omni-cells store medication, and you don't necessarily work with people at all, because in the hospital you don't work with people. So I lied. Cut this whole video. You can still work as a pharmacy technician if you don't want to work with people. You just have to work in the hospital setting or in the long-term care setting where you're not working with patients. But retail pharmacy would not be for you, for sure. Number two, I think a lot of people don't speak about this because I don't think I've seen anyone else on YouTube speak about this, but I work in the hospital now, and when I tell you it is hard work. I work in the IV room. So I work in this sterile environment. We garb up. I have like a big coat on with shoe covers, a mask, head cover, gloves, and we are making drugs. So we are, if we make epidurals, we make just regular bags with antibiotics in them, antivirals. Like right now we're making remdesivirs for the COVID patients. So we do a lot of that stuff. But when I tell you guys, it is a lot of hard work. Being in the IV room is a great experience for me, but I feel like my body is wearing down. For those of you who don't know, I was a collegiate track and field athlete, a D1 track and field athlete before I graduated. And I've been trying to slowly work out here and there, but the job really keeps me from doing that. I don't think I'm making an excuse because, we're bending down, picking up bags. I don't know if you guys have worked, whoever's watching this, have worked in a setting where you're dealing with like patients who need big fluid bags. So we're dealing with like 2-liter sterile water bags, 2-liter dextrose bags. We're dealing with all these bags of amino acids and sugars, and they're heavy. And so we have to carry them. We have to open up the boxes, rip open the boxes, hold them, put them on the cart, take them out of the package, hold them up to make TPN. It's just a lot. And doing that every day is a lot. And for me, like, I'm not the type of worker, I don't care if this is not my end goal. I'm the type of worker where I'm gonna work, and I'm gonna work hard. So I found that my body is just really taking slack for it, and it's a lot of work. So if you're wanting to work, if you do not want to work a lot, and if you don't really like work out that much, and you know, working out is not a part of your regimen, I would suggest, hey, work in the IV room, work in the hospital. Even if you're not in the IV room, I know the techs outside of the IV room who just like do the oral pills, some of those techs, they travel around the hospital and they deliver meds throughout the hospital. So they're doing a lot of walking. I know some of my coworkers have said they lost 15 pounds. So hey, if you can lose some weight, that's perfect for you because you do a lot of walking around in the hospital. So I would say the give and take between hospital and retail is that for a hospital, you don't have to work with patients, but you're doing a lot of more physical labor. You're walking around the whole entire hospital. You are picking up heavy bags. You are breaking open boxes. You are doing the heavy, hard production work of a hospital as opposed to working with customers as you would retail, whereas retail is not as physically labor on the body. It's just like you're not really doing that much. So you guys can pick and choose between what you want to do. But yeah, if you're not looking to work hard and really walk and carry these things and open these boxes and risk cutting yourself or risk puncturing yourself with a needle or what else? If you are like, okay, I worked in assisted living warehouse basically first. And I remember whenever I was leaving, I was telling them that I was going to the hospital. They told me, oh, it's a lot of drama. Like, just make sure you steer clear of drama. So that wasn't a problem for me because like, I'm here to work. Who cares about drama? I'm here to work. But whenever I actually got there to the hospital, like I work with a lot of women. A lot of pharm techs happen to be women as well, especially where I work. And I can say it is a lot of drama. Granted, you can get a lot of drama anywhere where you work. So I can't say, you know, if you don't like drama, this job isn't for you, because that means no job is for you. Because there's going to be drama everywhere. But you do work with a lot of women, a lot of females, and there is a lot of drama. I'm sorry, but it's the stereotypical female petty drama. I hate to say that because we can be bosses. You know what I'm saying? We can be strong and very tunnel vision and goal oriented, but with that comes drama. I mean, it's just, it can be too much for some people. It really can. It's not too much for me because I know I'm going somewhere after this, but if I had to stay, it definitely would have been a problem, and I would have to go. I definitely wouldn't be able to stay. So that's just something to keep in mind. There's a lot of females. I'm sure that whoever you guys have spoken with, if you're looking to become a pharm tech, I feel like that's not an uncommon thing to hear. So I hate to say it again, but it's true. There is a lot of drama. There is a lot of drama. Just steer clear of it. Be focused on your goals, ladies, and just get that check. Okay, period. What else? Be prepared to deal with condescending pharmacists. If you are not able to handle yourself in a professional way, you know, I can say, I'm not telling you guys where I work because I'm about to get sued over something that I said, okay? But what I am going to say is that this is the first job where I've actually had to deal with like condescending pharmacists. It is so crazy, and it's so sad because as a tech, I work so freaking hard. I literally like work my fingers to the bone. Like I get like these random stress reactions on my fingers whenever I'm like doing too much on my hands, where my hands have gotten so swollen and bumpy. I don't know what the diagnosis is. I think a PA tried to tell me it was like stress-induced eczema. I don't know what it is, but like that's happened to me twice because I work so hard in the IV room. I've had to like make myself relax and just tell myself, you know, whatever doesn't get done, I have to pass it on to the next tech because I can't do it all. But literally, this is the first job that I've had where I work. Let's say a pharmacist passes in a label. Let's say a patient needs an epidural and they need it stat, and I already have 2 other stats in my hand. No one is there to help me, and it's like, I have no help, but you're yelling at me, telling me I need to get this done, and my teammates aren't working and my coworkers aren't working as a team, and we can't do this and that. But like, you're not in the IV room to know what we're doing. Like, we do so much work. Or in even a worse situation, if a patient needs some type of medication and it has to be an intravenous drug, it can't be orally taken. Let's say they pass in the label for me to actually do the drug, and a minute and a half later, the nurse is downstairs outside of the pharmacy waiting for the drug, waiting for it to be done. And so instead of the pharmacist advocating for us text saying, hey, we just got the label, can you wait about 5 to 10 minutes? It'll be out as soon as possible. They tell us to hurry up like we didn't just receive the label. Like, what am I supposed to do? And especially if you want it done sterilely, you want it to be done as clean as possible. Like, what am I supposed to do? To me, that's just not fair. And it can get very, 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 very frustrating. And I'm not the type to ever have an attitude or to be like very hot-headed, but that really gets on my nerves, and it really makes me hot, because it's like, I want to do what's best for the patient. I want to do what's best for the patient just like you do, just like the nurses do. But it's not fair for you to not advocate for us and say, this is getting on my nerves. But it's not fair for you to literally give us something and like, you expect it to be done. Like, that's not fair. Come on, you just gave us the label. Like, what do you expect? So stuff like that. If you're not good under pressure, the job may not be for you. IV anyway, hospital, pharmacy. If you don't like to walk around and you don't like to, like I said, really be involved in that physical type labor, this job is not for you. It's very laborious. You're walking around, you're picking up heavy boxes, you're opening the boxes, you are carrying these heavy bags, sometimes 5, 6 at a time. You're always going over your head, so you have to hang things on these hooks inside the sterile hood. So it's a lot of like overhead work. It's just a lot. It's a lot, guys. At least where I work at one of the main hospitals, so like, it's a lot of work. And if you really do not want a labor field job, then the hospital pharmacy is not for you. Or maybe you should try retail, because retail is not as physically laborious. You are on your feet all day. You are on your feet, but you're also on your feet in the IV room, but you're also working, moving, walking. So I believe those are all of my reasons as to why you shouldn't be a pharm tech if you're thinking about it. Like I said, this is not meant to be shady. It's not meant to talk trash. I'm just speaking on my experiences, and I'm speaking on how I can help someone else. And that's really it, you guys. I really hope that this video helped you guys get a better idea of what you should do moving forward. And if you feel like it was helpful, share this video. I didn't even say that in the beginning. If you feel like this was helpful, share this video, like, and subscribe. Peace.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins.